Hello, everybody, and welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Nick Wisniewski, along with Kevin, the Mayor Bryant. We are at the Eagles Nest. We've got the Saline Hornets here, taking on the Skyline Eagles in some girls' hoops. Kevin, what are we looking at tonight?
Well, it's senior night. The last time we're going to have 5 players for the Eagles take this court tonight. They got a tall task, though. They're going up against the Saline Hornets. They finished second in the SEC Red, and they are primed for a long district run. So it's going to be a tough game tonight for these Eagles, but we're hoping for a big dub.
The end is in sight for this season, but still some unfinished business to take care of here on the court. Stick around. We got tip-off coming up right after that.
Hey, folks, thanks for watching. If you do me a favor, please leave a comment on some of the games you would like to view in the future, as well as hit that like button in the corner.
Number 5. And as promised, everybody, you see the records there for the Saline Hornets: 16-4. Skyline Eagles 6-14. Very symmetrical matchup this evening. No, you kind of like some aspects of that. Obviously, if you are the Eagles, you'd like that to be a little bit on the other side of things for sure. But for senior night here, Kevin Bryant, it's fun to see these girls come out and get a chance to play one more in front of the home team.
Yeah, of course, and we see Reva right now walking around the court for her last time that's going to be on the court here. Very emotional time for the seniors, of course, because, you know, they put their heart and their soul into this program. New coach, Coach Lovelace, you know, he really brings a lot of experience to the table, and a lot of these seniors aren't going to be able to experience that or get a taste of what he has to offer. But he's definitely going to be here for the long haul.
Well, this dude, I mean, such a professional. We talk about him all the time. He coached over on the boys' side for so long. You get that tip over, there it is. Gets a chance to touch the ball. Everybody gets a chance for a touch. It's amazing. It's just a beautiful moment for everything that you just said. And the big smiles all around. And something that I don't believe we caught with our cameras beforehand, he gave the roses to the seniors for Saline.
I mean, almost over the line of being too nice as far as you've seen but the sportsmanship, it's overflow tonight. I mean, and the way we're starting this game out, a 2-2 game, and those points are going to count, folks. Those aren't just, just fluff points. Those are points that are really going to matter throughout this game.
And there's Pacheva coming off. You can see her getting back to the bench. Big smiles. Again, disappointing that you can't be out there with your fellow seniors, but still just a really cool, really classy moment all around for both squads out there.
And like we said in the open, Nick, this is a tough Saline team, really battle-tested. Watch the ball movement and their three-point shooting tonight, folks, because we haven't seen a team on the girls' side that plays that sound this entire season.
No, they are really, really strong at making strong fundamental passes, and none of them have any fear taking that three-point shot, as we're about to see here. There's the first one, up and out by Kate Stemmer, yes. Yeah, we'll be talking a lot about Stemmer this evening. She's fearless out there. Some other players like Ayla Stager, same thing. But just because they don't have any fear shooting those three-pointers doesn't mean that they can't go inside, dribble drive, and make something happen.
It's one of those, Coach Ream really has a program that a lot of other coaches would like to mirror. You know, she has it's sound as far as offensive mindset, and she instills that in her squad. But it really starts on this side, their defensive end.
Yeah, the defensive end, and great job boxing out there by the Hornets, too. You can see 3 Hornets down there. Only 1 Eagle, but again, the boxing out, the body on, the defense was right there.
Mita on that shot, and we were talking about Mita before the game as she had a couple great putbacks against the River Rats last week.
Yeah, she's another player that does exactly what you want from a coach. She'll pass things around, but she'll go down and bang bodies underneath the boards, which is what you need from all your players, especially your bigs. And misses them both. Rebound, offensive rebound there by Ayla Stager again.
Stager's the one person that can go down in the paint and make a difference.
Kira Ream sends that one out into the corner. We'll see the Hornets. Again, that good ball movement and no fear from three-point line, and that's a quick one by Ream.
Well, that was straight in, nice shot, and you can see the play out of bounds is when they rotated the ball around. There was a screen set for Ream to have a good look at that shot.
Now with the Eagles a early four-point deficit, you've got to think, you got to score here, right? Like, I mean, it's never a must score. There's clearly a lot of game left, but you want to keep up with this and not have unforced errors, much like that one. Excellent job there by the Hornets to go up, pull that one down, and finish. Hadley Griffin there with the finish for the Hornets.
Yeah, those miscues right now are going to sting Coach Love's team in the foot because, you know, those are things that Saline really doesn't need to take a lead.
Right, they've got a good chance of beating you no matter what. They don't need any help beating you. Nice move underneath there by Stemmer, but she couldn't finish that one off. Nonetheless, the Hornets continue to move the ball around. One more pass, which is what the Hornets are known for, but another offensive board. They just seem to have a knack to know where that thing goes.
And just a Ream again, same shot. I mean, you could probably be in the same spot where she shot that one. Maybe a couple inches deeper, though.
Yeah, if you were to put the overlay on that, that's back-to-back three-pointers that you really, really like to see from Ream.
And again, the good ball movement that you've been talking about, Nick, to see that ball movement over to Ream. Griffin found her right on the side, and Ream gets that ball in a shooting stance, right in a shooting motion, and a great pass.
Yeah, and she was a few feet beyond the arch, too. Like, her toes weren't close to that line. She was a solid 2.5 feet behind there, so again, no problem shooting the three, and because of what you said, they catch the ball in the shooting stance.
Well, good passing, but again, the good coaching. But these girls have been playing this type of style basketball for 2 seasons. So, I mean, this is the season for the Saline Hornets, really, to make some noise. And they've been making hay with those 17 wins, right?
Right, they surely have. We've seen enough of them to know that they're a strong team, and you don't want to see them in the state tournament.
No, they'll open up against, we were looking at the brackets, they'll open up next Wednesday. They'll get a bye because Saline is hosting their tournament, their districts. They'll be playing against Wayne Memorial.
The Zebras.
Squad down from your neck of the woods.
Not too far from me, not too far from me at all. Eagles now working around just a swarming, pardon the pun, defense there by the Hornets. And it's really, really tough to do anything when you get those girls collapsing on top of you. These Hornets, they're pretty long, they're slender, they can throw their hands up there, and it's tough to see around them.
Yeah, and even on that play there when Stemmer was just following the ball around, she wasn't following a person around guarding anyone, and she got her hands involved in the play, like you said, Nick, without causing any contact on the Eagle offensive player.
And here's some more inside-outside passing from Saline. and offensive boards, and then just, yeah, the Eagles need to do a better job of getting some bodies on these players to prevent that. Maybe not that much body, but Abby, you in there, little too much, little too aggressive. But at this point, you know, be aggressive, right?
Yeah, with your senior guard, Riva Pachiva, being out of the lineup, she was an active player that was getting a lot of rebounds. She might not be a forward or a big, but she was active. And so taking another person out of the lineup for the Eagles just is not what they want to have tonight.
No, that's not what the doctor ordered. That's the exact opposite of what the doctor orders there for a Skyline Eagles team. Hornets continue in this man-to-man D with some additional swipes and some good helps trying to get those traps into the corners.
Yeah, but to the Eagles, credit, they're not really forcing any bad passes. That shot maybe wanted to take another dribble there, though.
Kareem with another bucket. Unofficially, that's 8 for her right now. 2 threes on that one.
Yeah, and she's doing a great job of really leading the squad here, but a great job, again, of pushing that ball into transition, right? Kicking it up, making it easy on yourself for the Hornets to get a layup as opposed to even a jumper or working the offense.
Yeah, those defenders who you'll see walking in the frame here in just a second are doing a great job of A, playing defense, but B, transitioning into the offensive mindset as quickly as they can. And kudos to them one more time, right in the passing lane. Draws some contact, misses that one, but gets her own rebound. Stemmer now has no problem with one more pass, comes up short, and Abby Ewan finally snags that one and hopes to get her Eagles going on offense here with 3:35 to go.
Yeah, Ewan is, that's exactly what we need. A whole lot of contact there up top. Ouch.
You can hear that up here.
Man, sound like a football contact.
Yeah.
Oof. Both players kept their eye on the ball.
Both individual eyes on the ball. You can see her head snap back too, but she's sticking around, no problem. She's tough. Both players toughing it out, ready to keep going.
Boy, her shoot game right there is kind of strong. Caught me out way out here, Zoe Riker. I like that.
Yeah, you can't miss those kicks. Ewan thought about it for a second, but another long defender right in front of her. They need to cycle the ball around.
Yeah, they need more motion out of the offense. A lot of standing around and looking at the ball as opposed to trying to move your defender around. The defense right now for the Hornets is stagnant. They don't have to move.
Right, they don't need to move. They don't need to look. They could just kind of maybe cheat towards passing lanes a little bit. And there it is. At the time they try it, they sailed that one awfully high for Faith Palmbos.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about the Eagles don't need. Lose your patience on the offensive end, get frustrated, and throw a bad pass.
Eagles look like they're packing into a tight 1-2-2 zone, hoping to collapse in on any players that come into that paint.
No jump ball? I thought it was a jump ball.
I thought she had her hand in there, but they're going to call her on a reach, I believe.
Let's see if this is a jump ball here. I thought Ewan had enough ball there for that to be a jump ball.
Well, and I feel like if they were going to call it, they could have called it on the first player initially before what happened.
And then they waited till the second one as a makeup.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, a little walk there? Okay.
Yeah, just a little too foot happy there for the Hornets.
A little hot step. That's not a gather.
No,
not a gather step. And the Eagles need to try something different right now. It seems like they've been trying the same offense back and forth. The thing that they need to do is to make sure that they're moving the ball inside and out. They're keeping it around the perimeter.
Well, and here you can see Kakarla drew. I don't know if they called it on Kakarla or if they called. I'm sorry, if they called that on Sweet or not. But yeah, Kakarla, she was trying to make something happen by herself. She needs to move it around.
Move the ball around.
She had part of what you're going for.
Yeah.
But not exactly what they need. Not what the doctor ordered there.
If two people are on you, somebody's open. Good pass. A little contact on that shot. Didn't see.
Yeah, Riker went in.
Refs are not helping the Eagles out. Little contact on the arm on the
Maybe
shot.
a little bit at the end there. Oh, they're going to let him play, apparently. There's another one with a little
both ways,
contact.
right?
So, yeah. So maybe they let this one play, and the
good
Eagles
job
can
on the
get some rhythm
defense.
here. Angelica Carla there with the knockaway, and the lefty
Her
pulled down by the Hornets.
Well, her sister's going to get upset. You know, her older sister's a senior. You got to make that shot.
Saline now back at it with that great ball movement working around the perimeter. Back and forth, and another three-point attempt for the Hornets, and there it is again.
This corner's been hot for the Hornets over here near side.
Yeah, near side for us. They're shooting the lights out so far.
Yeah, right now the Eagles are being a little bit too patient. I want somebody to take over, be a little bit more aggressive here.
Yeah, you see Meredith Fisher down there on the block. She's moving around
There
a little bit, but
it
need
is.
to look for her, exactly.
And that's a good shot, though. It's a good action by the Hornets, by the Eagles, to move the ball around the perimeter. Good drop in on that pass into the paint by Karkala.
Yeah,
and just a quick shot, I'd say that. Just too quick of a shot, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking by Fisher. She could have put the ball on the floor for
Taking her
one,
time.
taken a deep breath, and put that one up. She just tried to get rid of that a little too quickly.
And Fisher could have gotten some contact, too, if she puts the ball on the floor, because the Eagles need an easy basket, and the foul line might be the easiest place right now.
Don't call it the charity stripe for nothing. So
I like
you're
that.
Right. Getting a little contact might be the way to go. Kakarla back at it now, lefty dribble.
She's looking inside again. Fisher needs to make herself available. Post up
Get
and
that
ask
hand
for
up,
the ball.
post up a little bit, yep. That one's scooped up by the Hornets one more time, leading the way 3-on-2. Still find a way to kick it back out to three-point land.
Good rebound there by Fisher.
Fisher rips that one down with 11 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Let's see if the Eagles can get on the board here.
Whoa.
Long three, why not?
Whoa.
Almost got it. It was on track there by Angelica Carla, but does not fall as the first quarter comes to an end here at the Eagles Nest. As of right now, Saline Hornets 16, your home Skyline Eagles, all but 2, but still a lot of game left to play. Stick around at CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Greasy pizza boxes.
Ugh, glass bottles not emptied.
Yogurt containers with. Ew! Cat food still in the can is bad.
But oh, so good.
Hey, what are you doing?
Relax, Mom. We're here to help.
Oh, this stuff could ruin the entire recycling load.
Wow, I had no idea.
Chill, we'll show you the ropes.
Michigan needs to recycle better, and that change starts with you. Learn the rules of recycling at recyclingraccoons.org.
Eagle Pet Band bringing you into the second quarter with a little Lady Gaga.
I like that.
Yeah, they were
even get
rocking
the
some
song.
Blues Brothers last time.
Oh, I know. Then
Yeah.
when they break that out, I'm going out in center court, man.
All right, well, we'll see if the Eagles can get some orange whips going on here and turn this one around a bit.
already good defense on the Eagles. They came out looking a little bit more fired up.
A little fired up, aggressive down there on the block that time around. They weren't just watching the Hornets run their offense. They were collapsing and trying to get a hold of that ball.
And now this is the end of the court where the Eagles really want to focus in on. Get a little bit more volume shots going up.
Yeah, props to Kakarla for just deciding, hey, I'm going to pop this and see how it goes. But I would like to see them, just as we were talking at the end of the first quarter, try to get it down to Meredith Fisher a little bit more.
Yeah, Fisher doesn't need to be out here. I mean, she could probably handle it out here, but get her down inside because she can get caught with a 5-second call. Whoops.
Premonition right there. That doesn't count as a jinx because you really called it more than anything.
Well, and I saw the official in the foreground
He was counting it down. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's something that can happen to a big up high. Like that's not exactly right. That's not uncommon for a high school big to fall into that. There's a nice backdoor cut and score. That one, Grace Roth. Great job seeing her. Great job cutting in there to begin with.
Yeah,
the Hornets continue to impress.
Well, and the easy finish. I love the way she put it up soft off the glass. And that was just the opposite of what we saw from the Eagles when they had the ball down in the paint.
Yeah, plenty of composure, plenty of calmness as she was coming in and finishing that. Whereas you see with the Eagles, just a lot of hurried.
And that ball's caught behind the Hornet player, and she gets it in front of her, and Roth puts it up. And no time to put it in the left hand, just make it in the basket.
Yeah, great awareness by everybody on the court there for the Eagles. Another steal there for the Hornets. This time, well, that's Kaden Maida again. And a finish by Grace Roth again. She's got a nice little spot carved out for herself down there.
And Roth, you can see again, but you can see Maida. Look at that pass. Again, that's what we were talking about, the ball movement and the consistency of good passing from these Hornets makes them convert.
Yeah, just the fundamentals are all there. Looking in at Coach Ream, you can see her girls all surrounding, listening to everything she has to say. But yeah, crisp passes, getting the ball in the three-point stance, getting the ball in the shooting stance.
Wow, this has gone way too fast for me. I can't believe that we're already finished with winter sports season here. I mean, it feels like spring outside today, but...
Well, I mean, just look at the closeness of some of those. I mean, how many Tuesday, Friday weeks did we have in a row there? Just bang,
we had
games.
A lot of good close games there, too. I love those buzzer beaters we had. I mean, we could only ask for more.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, definitely go back and check out some of these games. There was a lot to like about this winter sports season here on Game of the Week.
Good screen set up there by Fisher. Unfortunately, Kakala couldn't get her shot off.
Reichert now in her slick shoes, going to try to move it around and get it back to one of those up-top ball handlers. Reichert, though, nice job passing that one off and then continuing with their wheel, trying to get around down to the baseline.
Yeah, you got to give it up to Coach Lovelace's team, too. They're not going away from their offense.
No, and there you can see slick backdoor cut.
Sister to sister.
Yeah. Angelica Carla, recipient of that one, draws the foul. And as we mentioned a moment ago, now maybe get to the line and get some points that way.
Yeah, and that action was set up from the high screen and roll by Fisher. Fisher comes down. The eyeballs from the Hornets got stuck on the ball. They forgot about the man in the corner. Good backdoor cut there by Karkala.
And all it takes is that moment's hesitation for
That's
a good ball handler, a good passer to see and recognize, and then you fire that one down the baseline just like that, well executed.
Good rebound there. That's almost like my old coach used to call that a turnover when the offensive team got a rebound.
Yeah, especially off of a free throw. That should not be happening. They're literally giving you the inside track,
position.
Right? Yeah, you see Coach Lovelace there off to the side. He's still drawing up plays. He's got to be happy with the way that last one looked. So he's going to continue to bring things up and see what his girls can do here. Down 20-3 now in the second quarter.
Oh, and Coach Lovelace is the consummate teacher. And so you can see him in that play right there. I mean, in that shot, just drawing up the next time you're on the court, this is what I need you to do.
Yeah, class doesn't end when the bell rings for that dude.
Yeah, I bet some of the students don't like that.
Shot just off there by Faith Palmbos. And the Hornets with another missed opportunity on the fast break.
Stimmer just seems like she's thinking a second or two ahead of everyone else. That play right there epitomized it. Going down the court, she finds the person. It was like a hockey pass. Almost a hockey assist.
Yeah, just there's Riker from 3. Popped away into the waiting hands of Ewan, and she finishes that one off. But the Hornets up quickly in transition.
We were looking to see who shot that in, and by the time we got our head up, we're looking at the ball going up the court the other way. Great putback, though, by Jan. She didn't bring the ball down, kept it above her head, and went straight up with the shot.
Well, and you could see as soon as Stemmer got that inbound pass, her head was up looking the whole way. She was ready to throw that two-handed pass up into transition.
And and all of the team is running up court too. You see this? Look at that. You got one. You got another person down there ready for the rebound.
Ream with another bucket under her belt. She's making a strong early case to get her name on that key. And Ream class of 2026. Sometimes still insane for me to say something like that, but only a sophomore out there.
Oh, I thought that was the shot. It was a good screen pass there by Fisher.
Angelica Carla continues to take matters into her own hands going into the paint. Fisher with another chance. She's going to start putting some of these in.
That was a good rebound by Bailey to trigger this transition for the Hornets as well, too.
Stemmer with the rebound and keeps this offense going, cycling, but just a little too much on that pass, and Adeline Boucher comes up with that one.
I like the way Boucher came back inside to play, and really Ream thought she had an open pass inside.
Yeah, that tight 1-2-2 zone seems to be doing the job for them as of right now. I can't imagine they're going to stick with it all game, but I think that's throwing a little bit of gum into the works for the Hornets.
Yeah, and a little bit more aggression, too. This second quarter, we've seen the Eagles play a lot more passionate basketball. Eagles, they're trying to draw as many fouls as possible, but these Hornets, they can get their hands on balls and not get fouls called, just like that play.
As you're saying it, right there, from your lips to God's ears, as they say, because Fisher turned around, it sure seemed like she got a little bit of contact, and she's going to be a little bit bummed out because she's not getting rewarded by these anymore.
And that time, Fisher took a little bit more, she focused, got her feet up under her, but again, just good defense there by the Hornets.
And that's made it with the finish. 24-5 now for the Hornets.
Strong there, but again, we came into the telecast talking about the Hornets behind the three-point line, and right now it's been a layup line.
Well, that's what you do, right? When you're a well-coached team, they're not a one-trick pony. We know that. So the fact that these teams are playing out on them, looking for these three-pointers, expecting these three-pointers, they're going to be like, okay, well, we'll just go try this now.
And I bet a couple coaches from Wayne Memorial are in the stands too. So I mean, this is the time when you start to try to look around and see some odd people. That's a scout.
You're right. You are.
Griffin getting her hands in there, got caught right in front of the official.
Zoe Reichert draws the foul there. Reichert, she comes in and she's a spark plug. We saw that the last time we saw the Eagles play. She brings a lot to the table. She's still young though, so she's got some polishing to do.
Oh, that one looked good.
Kakarla's just going to let it all fly tonight, I think. If she sees even a little bit of open space in front of her, she's going to go for it. Down 19, why not? And that's an and one for the Hornets now.
Hadley Griffin, you could see her at the top. She was determined on that play as she pirouetted back from the top of the key here. Again, another layup. And I don't know how many times we could say this, but the Eagles have to get a hand up and not reach out.
Well, and it's funny you said use the word pirouette. You're exactly right. That spin-a-roo from the top came in, and she was completely determined to finish that.
Put herself in a right angle after that move, too.
Yeah, good body control, turning around where she needed to be. And now
contact there. Come on now. That looked like it affected the shot, too.
aggressive man-to-man from the Hornets continues on. But the ball movement is still the thing to watch from them. There's Stemmer, not to be deterred. We saw Stemmer have a little bit of a slow start the last time against Huron, but she caught fire towards the end.
Yeah, she brought out a new graphic from us as well. Hit 3 in a row, and the last one was near half court, it seemed like.
Eagles offense, not a ton of motion until Kakarla comes up and reaches it, and she just
Whoa!
does not care.
That was a shot of the game so
from
far.
Angelique Kakarla.
I mean, Kakarla came down, and you could see that shot from where we're standing was good all the way.
Yeah, she wanted that. She wanted that feeling of hitting that three-pointer. Probably no better feeling in hoops. Kakarla still running around playing with her hair on fire out there, moving the ball all by herself. Watch out for that backdoor steal. There it is by the Hornets. Again, that aggressive up-top defense continues to pay dividends for Saline.
Yeah, I think the Eagles right now are a little fatigued. There was no talking on that last possession where that backdoor you were screaming at more than some of the other offensive players for the Eagles.
4 seconds to go here in this half, and we'll see if the Eagles can finish one off. Kakarla with one more three-point try. Hey, why not?
Hey, she's going to leave it all out there today.
That's right. Down 19 going into half, but at this rate, you never know how things could end up. Stick around. Second half action will be coming up shortly at CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Island Park is a beautiful 5.5-acre park along the Huron River, just north of downtown. Park visitors enjoy this quiet respite from the busy downtown where they can watch wildlife make their home along the river, relax in the shade, and peer over the park's bridges. A portion of the park is an island in the middle of the river where you'll find picnic tables, a playground, swing set, and a Greek Revival-style shelter built in 1914. Two additional shelters available for rent are also within the park. There is a designated boat launch area where people paddling or tubing down the river can launch or disembark safely. Visit the park's webpage to learn more about its amenities, history, and how to get there at a2gov.org/parks.
The University of Michigan Wolverines football team, Team 144. Back-to-back-to-back Big Ten champions. And now, your 2023 national champions. The season in which the players titled Unfinished Business has reached its pinnacle and officially ended in business being finished. After a 26-year drought, the conquering heroes have cemented themselves among the leaders and the best once more, following a perfect, undefeated 15-0 season. The celebratory parade took place the Saturday following the team's national championship victory, And despite the freezing temperatures, ice, and snow flurries, fans showed up in droves to pack the streets of downtown Ann Arbor. From South University, down State Street, all the way to Schembechler Hall, Wolverine faithful showed their unwavering support for their new national champions. The nearly mile-long parade featured the university's Board of Regents and marching band, highlighted by the Wolverines players and coaches. With the grand finale of the parade consisting of an old vintage Ann Arbor City fire truck carrying an overjoyed Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh and several players cheering from the truck bed. Needless to say, it was a joyous event to mark an end to a historic season. The University of Michigan football team 144, on behalf of all the fan faithful here in Ann Arbor, congratulations and go blue.
And there we go, looking down on the Skyline court here from the Eagles Nest. Us up here feeling in the Eagles Nest. Love this view. No.
Actually hit. But, you know, sometimes you got to turn your microphone on so people can hear you when you're commentating.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, it helps.
Mid-season form, right?
Yeah, it's only last game. Wow, look at Stemmer.
Stemmer continues to bang
Whole
away.
night.
Yeah.
She's been building the house of bricks tonight.
Well, it's so far tonight, but we've seen her get hot too, so there's no reason. And you know, you're a volume shooter, keep shooting volumes.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Never now
saw
picks
a
up
shot
his
he
dribble.
hadn't liked, right?
DeCarlo runs into the double team. Tries to find younger sister there.
Yeah, but she just put the ball right in front of Stemmer, and that's the wrong place to do because Stemmer, she's sticky on the defense.
No, she tried to pass low, and it seemed like both of those defenders had their hands ready for that low pass. Nothing sneaking by them on that trap. Stemmer then receives that one, goes in, and finds a little bit of an easier opportunity, and maybe that's how she's going to get the ball rolling for herself.
Yeah, well, I like that, get the ball rolling because it started on the defensive end where she took the ball from the Eagle player, and maybe that spurred her on the offensive end and took it right through the paint. And no one in the paint for the Eagles of helping out.
Right, and I couldn't tell if they're back in that zone again. If they were, you'd think at least one or two of those girls would have collapsed in, but they didn't seem like they were playing man either. Look at that quick outlet pass there for the Hornets. They just continue to do good, solid hoops.
Yeah, and you see Kiara Ream there. Did not look like she's sweating at all out there. She's so cool, and look at how she takes it up and draws a little bit of contact as well.
Right, she was blasting full speed ahead, and she slowed herself down to get that and put that in.
Reichert with a nice lefty on that shot. And that's what the Eagles need, a little bit more volume shots that we're talking about. Oh, right,
I'm a little disappointed that one went through the 5-hole. Right, you are.
Good smile on her face, looking back to the crowd as well too. And this is the drive by Reichert, but that's what I was talking about, that left hand. I love when players finish with the correct hand when driving.
Yeah, and Reichert did a great job of splitting those defenders quickly. She had a good first step, got through their end. Like you said, fundamental, strong finish.
The bugaboo, right? Wow, we got another basketball rolling out here.
Hey, make things a little more interesting.
Yeah. Drug her foot just a tad bit there. Just a tad. That's all you need, right?
Well, maybe she was over there calling for a new ball. Like a pitcher. Like it's almost spring, right? Like, hey, I don't like this ball, give me a different one. I don't like the seams, give me a different one.
And Kakala was looking for Wasif, and she had some words to Wasif after that. Like, Wasif, you got to make yourself open because I'll get you the rock.
Right, don't hang me out to dry that way, but also don't pick up your dribble. Right, that's one of those lasting things you got to feel out is when you are already moving, don't pick it up because then you're going to come out and get that defense on you.
And it's a snipper here finding the shooter. Look at Reeve finding the cutter. I mean, it seems like when the Hornets pass the ball, their head is up already looking for another player that could potentially be in a better position to shoot this rock.
Yep, such a good cut, such a good, strong team going where they need to be.
Okay, pass right there from Stimmer. It was with her left hand, and it's just, I think, second nature for them to find a better person that might be open. And look at this dime. It was a quick drop. And then even a better shot with the offhand there. Well,
and you mentioned if there's any scouts here checking out Saline, they've got to be scratching their head. Because they're thinking like, hey, we heard that these kids shoot, but look at them going down low. Look at all the good passing they can do. It's going to be tough to come up with a solid game plan against these Hornets.
And then you see Kirkala on the other end with a nice drive and finish on her own, because the play before that, she was trying to find a teammate who messed things up for her.
That last one didn't work out. I'm just going to try to do it by myself.
And you can see these high screens trying to get Kirkala a little bit of cutting action. Good pass into Wasif.
And that is Wasif. Maybe after that last discussion between the two of them, they're getting on the right page now, and they're going to try to switch up the offense in that way. Three-pointer by Bailey Burt. Yeah. The alliteration will just flow across the microphone, Bailey Burt.
But and you saw how Burt, she set her feet before she let that shot fly. She just didn't. She took her time. Good job by Kirkala. And you can see she really set her feet before she took that last shot. I mean, that was good footwork.
Just great footwork, perfect posture all around.
Stemmer again finding her teammates down low. She's good with that lefty pass.
Yeah, Stemmer to Stager there. Yeah, maybe Stemmer will be falling back a little bit into the passing game here for herself.
I wonder does Stager play volleyball? She has the perfect volleyball look on her knees right now. The double knee brace look.
Bill Cartwright knee braces?
Oh, yeah.
Throwback. Way throwback.
Did a good job. Maybe she'll go underhand on the free throw. Go a little Rick Barry.
Oh, I'd be down for that.
But she hit all court on the first one. This is supposed to be the big for the Hornets, right?
Right. She's a post player.
Griffin. Look at Griffin's effort on the defensive end.
But Reichert, in out of nowhere, comes out with that full head of steam and a bucket for Reichert.
Well, you talked about Reichert earlier and her energy. I saw it on display on that whole play.
Yeah, like a cannon shot out there. Her eyes got huge right here.
Just zoom to the basket.
Well, and that's the type of play that the Hornets are used to getting and making. So I think the fact that it happened to them
shocked them.
Yeah, they were a little stymied. There's some good sportsmanship.
Yeah, but you really got to like the way the Eagles came out here in the second half. They've already almost doubled their output from the first half of 8 points. So, I mean, this is a really good quarter for the Eagles.
Well, I love the energy. Knight's defense here.
Right,
Zoe Reichert again. She's going to be taking on 2 or 3 Hornets. Doesn't even care.
Look at this effort out of the Eagles. Coach Lovelace has to like that.
Kennedy Wasif with the end-up shot there. It doesn't go in, but you're right. That is a strong offensive set for the Eagles. And the travel, maybe that offensive energy comes back down on the defensive end. They get a stop. They get that unforced turnover.
You can see the little extra step here. It was I think we caught it before that dribble where they called the extra step on the catch. Good pass.
Nice job by Kennedy Wassett there to see the player cutting in. And what the Eagles are up to right now, I don't know what kind of orange slices Coach gave them there at halftime, but they're a good one.
If you take a look over at the Saline bench right now, Coach Ream is not too pleased right now. Her players are giving her a lot of coachable moments.
Well, they're getting outworked right now. And as a coach, you never want to see your team get outworked. That's going to get you fired up and force you to change some things.
Some consternation with the hands on the hips down there. You can see that that'll shut an announcer up right there.
And that's Stemmer with that first three-pointer, yep.
And you're talking about Stemmer, how it doesn't take too long for her to warm up.
No, I think in all seriousness, the Eagles do not want to let her get anything open, even remotely open, on this next play up the court, no matter what happens here, because you cannot have her get going.
Yeah, and that's a good play, though.
Great pass into Fisher. I thought
play.
the exact same. Really nice inbound, high arcing ball into where only your player is going to get that.
Karma Bailey with that pass inside, and that's exactly the good karma. This is what the Eagles need right now.
Stemmer and Stager both hit the bench for at least a little bit, maybe the remainder of this third quarter. Only 1:44 to go here in this third. Wassef now showing off her handles. Zoe Reichert goes in there, draws the foul, and I don't know if you could hear it on the broadcast, but that Eagles bench going nuts.
They're loving what they're seeing out there on the court, and that is spurring the girls on the court on because they're hearing that action from their teammates. Reichert has just been a spark plug this second half, though. Missing that first one, but she's definitely lit a fire under these Eagles.
She's got a little bit of a jump to this free throw. You want to try to minimize that. You see she's back a few inches off of the line. I wonder if she's been called for that over once.
Hey, that's difficult to get your consistency when you're not at 15 feet. You're sitting at 16 and a half, 16 and 3/4.
Right.
It's tough.
Right. It's such a shot at a game of inches from that spot there, and the consistency is the mental consistency is what makes a good player there.
A little Malachi crunch there going on.
I mean, you talked about Reichert's energy, but Kakarla has every bit of it as well. So this is what you want. This is what you like. You get those two spunky guards out there, and then maybe you can make something happen down low. Whether it's Wassef, I believe they've got Ewan down there now. Front iron for the Hornets, and not a moment's hesitation by the Eagles, trying to get that one over to Karma Bailey, but just a little too much of a lead there from Reichert.
And I tell you, though, but for Reichert, she's only a sophomore. Those are the type of plays that Coach Lovelace likes to see. He can build off of those, right? You get a turnover, push it.
Yeah, in the future, she's going to make those passes. She's going to be hitting those dimes like with nothing. Not a problem. Good move back inside to the baseline. See if the Hornets can get themselves back on track here.
You know, the one thing, though, Nick, that Coach Lovelace does not have to work on is attitude. The attitude of his team to stay in these games. They've lost 3 in a row. I mean, you couldn't tell by the body language and by the bench. Well, you're seeing the entire team into the game.
Yeah, you're right. And truly, I think that's a reflection of that dude. When was the last time you saw him down, jumping up and down angry? Maybe never. Right? Like he doesn't jump up and down when he's super pumped either, but that nice even keel is something good for the players.
And you can see this great touch pass there by Wassef. That led to that basket.
You love that from your bigs. Some bigs that have got a nice touch and just know where other players are. That's such a luxury for a high school team.
Man, this is like night and day looking at this Eagles team. They didn't have this fire, this energy or passion in the first half. I wonder what was said at halftime by Coach Lovelace.
Right, you wonder what was said or what motivational tactics he's pulling out. There's Reichert for 3 now. Front iron, but lots of battling down low before Maida eventually comes away with it. And you're never going to play the what-if game too much, but what if this is the team that came out in that first quarter?
Yeah, there's Griffin again on the tray piece.
Still tough to keep track of that. 6 seconds to go here in this third quarter. We'll see if the Eagles can come up with one more before the fourth quarter starts. Carla got that one up, but not quite a go. And that will do it for the third quarter of action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week. Stick around, we got one more for you, folks.
What if the City of Ann Arbor created a reliable, 100% clean, affordable, locally built, and community-owned energy utility? The city is looking to do just that by creating the Ann Arbor Sustainable Energy Utility, or SEU, a community-owned energy utility that provides electricity from local solar and battery storage systems installed on homes and businesses throughout the city. Learn more and share your thoughts on the proposed sustainable energy utility by going to a2gov.org/A2SEU.
Dana Denha, host of Ann Arbor's news magazine program, FYI. Tune in every week for new episodes featuring a variety of topics on the city and county.
And here we go, folks. Start of the fourth quarter here at Skyline High School. Kevin, and just bring us up to speed on that third quarter.
That was the best quarter we've seen out of the Eagles all season long. They almost outscored the Hornets 13-11. They doubled their output from the first half as well, going from 8 to 19. Just all around great play.
Yeah, I don't think that's even a trace of hyperbole with you saying that. They were really sharp. They were energetic from start to finish, like you said, and it was a joy to see what they finally put together. And we're seeing a lot of that now. This energy is continuing. Look at that offense. The players are moving. The passes are cycling. And they're making things happen, not waiting for things to happen to them.
Yeah, in the first half, we saw a lot of stagnant offense out of the Eagles. That was just the exact opposite of that on that possession.
No, I don't know if we've seen a single stagnant possession from the Eagles here in the second half. Long three. That was Kira Ream there.
Riker got a hand on that pass. It's just like the Eagles, just a different squad from the first half.
Yeah, even that defense is moving along. They're not giving up anything too wide open. And they're contesting everything. They're contesting passes, they're contesting shots. Now they just need to get a little bit of body on that.
Always got to watch Stemmer, though. She's just a heady player. She followed up her own shot and was putting herself in the right position.
Well, and she went up strong, but contorted her body in a way that made the shot a little easier for her around those defenders.
Talking about contorting your body, look at the way Karkala was just weaving her way through that Hornet defense and drawing the foul. And how many crossovers here? One. She crossed over a couple people that time.
Yeah, she's got the handles. She's already proven that tonight that she can do that. That free throw, a little more of a flick than the necessary. You want to see a little more knees on that.
Let's see if we can get it out of her, because it looks like she's already bending down a little bit lower.
Yes. There it is. There it is.
Another bad pass there from the Hornets.
I think there's a little miscommunication, and that opens up another Riker quick opportunity. That one doesn't go, but Vita Kakarla was on the trail, almost came up with that one. That's Stager now for three.
That pass.
But Johnny on the spot down there. Grace Roth, we've seen her a few times just being in the right position and finishing.
Yeah, Roth makes sure that she goes right down to the box each time. on every shot, on a rebound, she's in the right position.
Yeah, that is one thing. One more thing about these Hornets is the way that they box out, is the way that they go after those rebounds on the offensive side of it.
They're a solid, sound team, and that's exactly what we said that probably a scout up there in the stands is looking at, or even following us on our social media to see a replay of this game, because they're definitely scouting this team.
Yeah, definitely check us out on the social media, see what's going on out there. A little tough to hear what's going on. The pet band has kicked it up a notch.
They did. They turned it up. You got a little Lady Gaga going on there, the Black Eyed Peas, Blues Brothers. We had all kinds of action over here. They're taking requests, I hear, too.
We'll have to catch that after the game for sure. Hornets break the huddle there. And Coach Lovelace, he's not taking any time off either. He's coaching his girls up every moment that he can. And there you can see solid angle of the pet band.
Gotta like the pet band.
Maybe they're what gave that extra little bit of spark to the Eagles down on the court here at halftime.
You might be onto something there, because I tell you, there is not any athlete ever not get hyped when you have a pet band in the house.
A good pet band. Eagles coming off the timeout.
Kennedy Wassef has to ask for that ball. She had good position down there on the box.
Yeah, the Eagles continue to try for those high screens. There's Stemmer, knocks that one away. She's got a player behind her. Goes up strong there underneath the basket, but the Eagles come up with it, and Riker right up the floor again. Draws a foul on Stemmer. Stemmer and Riker having a little bit of that point guard battle.
Well, they have the both kind of same body frames, too. And they're both aggressive players. So, I mean, you put that concoction together, yeah, you're going to have some stare downs as well as some similar play.
Yeah, they have very similar styles. Wassef now turn and go. Stemmer now gets the outlet. It's going to try to go up the middle.
It's a good job of Stemmer keeping her head up as she's dribbling, not keeping her head down on the ground. She's looking for teammates. Unfortunately, that pass is just a little deep.
Just a little beyond Lindsey Clark there, but you're right. Anybody in high school, it's tough to get that point guard or that ball handler to dribble with their head up. So the fact that so many of these players can do it and do it effectively is one of the reasons for the success of these Hornets.
Tough defense again. You can see Stemmer. She's waiting for that offensive player to turn their head, and she's going for a steal.
Adam Boucher almost wedged that one into the iron there. And these Eagles, they're not going away. They're still playing with fire. They're still playing with strength. Still playing with aggressiveness there, as you see from Wassef.
Stemmer might be ambidextrous. I mean, she's just using that left hand way too much for me. Or maybe she's one of those players that shoots and writes with the other hand, like LeBron. LeBron, if you notice, he's a left-handed writer, but he shoots right-handed.
Yeah, it's always a strange scene with that. I know older generations always talk about how they had teachers that if you were a naturally lefty, they tried to work you away from that for the longest time. And right, every baseball coach in the universe is saying, no, don't do that. Kakarla continuing the aggressive player. Wassef possibly a little outside of her shooting zone, but no fear.
No fear at all. No hesitation. She catch and shoots.
No, you're down 28. Like, hey, let's go get some. Let's make some good feelings. Have fun. We'll all hug and have some laughs when this thing's over. Versus the Hornets, they need to just gear up and stay strong and stay sharp moving into the state tournament. This is what I think they're trying to do.
Yeah, this is a really a quarter for the Hornets not to get any injuries. You know, stay healthy going into the postseason. For the Eagles, they're still working on things, though.
Stemmer now, we've seen her with precious little sit time. She's been out there almost the entire game, so that's one more impressive thing about this team. Is you see some of the more stronger, reliable players, their conditioning is top-notch as well.
Yeah, and I think this is an attitude thing as well, too. I don't think Coach Ream liked that third quarter. So you're going to keep two of your better players out there in a game that you have in pocket because you are building for the districts. It's not about this game only.
Man, that's really and truly a great point. Here to see off that replay.
How many 5-hole passes have we had tonight?
More than a couple. More than a couple. And that just what you're talking about.
They gotta get
unacceptable
sharper.
plans, right? Again, you're up 28. I get it. This game is basically in hand, but that doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean there aren't things you can learn. And they're not going to have these type of closeout games in the state tournament.
No.
Come the fourth quarter in the state tournament, games are going to be closer. So they need to be just as sharp now as they want to be 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now.
And you could see how even on that last defensive play, Stimmer was not giving an inch. She's not allowing this game to be over, especially in her mind. She's playing a mental game.
Stemmer calls for it and then sends one more. Another long three. Kira Ream miss on that one, but the Hornets keep possession.
And still thinking. Stimmer's still thinking. She knew she didn't have her hand on that last pass. Just take her hand off of it. And now with Stimmer and Ream going to the bench, I wonder, is that just enough for Coach Ream? She's seen enough.
Well, just what you said a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. Let's keep everybody healthy, right? We're up 50-22. Lessons are learned. We see what you're doing. We know that your conditioning is there. We know that mentally you're there. So let's just have a seat and be happy.
And we know what we need to work on. Plus, we don't want to show anything else to whoever eyeballs might be watching this game.
Right, they've seen enough, right? Anybody watching this from an outsider who may have not seen the Hornets play yet is going to be impressed, and they're going to have a hard time drawing up what defense to pull in that first quarter that they play a team like this.
Especially if they've watched the last two games that we've done with them, because last week it was a three-point show. This week it's been an inside, working it down into the box, the extra pass, maybe playing some better defense to get some easy buckets in the first half on those transitions that the Hornets were having.
Yeah,
so this is going to be tough.
Yeah, this Saline team can truly do it all. There's not much fat on what they're doing. And right now, if you're the Eagles, you got to feel pretty good because you're keeping pace with them in this half. You've taken some big punches, but you've stuck with them. You've outworked them a little bit in that third quarter. So that's a lot for them to hang their hats on, leaving out of this one with 1:35 to go here in this game. I tell you what, no fat on anybody. CTN's Game of the Week. Everybody out there, camera guys, audio replay, everybody, just top notch all around. Got to say thank you and amazing job. Audio replays, Jacob Still Married Smith down there. And then we can see Meredith Fisher there swinging around there. And then, sorry about that. Sorry about that. My bad. I get it. So yeah, audio replay, Jacob Still Married Smith on camera this evening. Mike Han Solo Koski, Mo Sislak El Nazri, and Jelani still no nickname for some reason, Emery. And of course, Rob Cross, our director in the truck. I'm Nick the Jinx Wisniewski along with Kevin the Mayor Bryant. It was a great winter season.
It was a great season, and I just got to add a title to that producer you had back in the truck. He's a social media influencer as well, too.
Rob Influencer Cross?
Oh, yeah.
Influencer Guru Cross?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you might be right.
He's got it all. So we had 5 Eagles. It was their last home game. We had Reva Pachiva. We had Cassie Gonzalez, Adeline Bosher, Ajana Kakala, and Meredith Fisher. We thank you for allowing us to have our cameras on you, ladies.
51 to go now here in this fourth quarter. And Kakala's going to come out, getting subbed out, and get some big hand from the home crowd. That's what you got to do. One more time. Just a really veteran, savvy, smart coach allowing one of his leaders to go out there and get that big hand before the game's over.
Yeah, that's a great job. And he's actually looks like he's going to try to get one of the injured players to come into the game. Is that going to be Cassie Gonzalez going to come over to the scorer's table? I saw her take her warm-up off.
Yeah, she's looking around a little bit like there might be a chance for her. We'll see. Yeah, Gonzalez is up, another senior. Slowly but surely making her way over to the table as the Saline Hornets work this ball around.
They're going to have to get a foul or something to stop the clock.
Well, you got to think if somebody looks over to coach, he's probably going to give the foul sign. And there you can see Cassie Gonzalez with her chance to get in. Cassie Gonzalez right next to Reva Pacheva, who we talked about in the first quarter. And listen to this ovation here.
Yeah, and she probably doesn't even have to move. I mean, that leg press, I can't move on that leg press. I mean, so just getting on the court for one final time, that's a classy move by the coach.
Just getting a chance to, right, exactly, feel it below your feet,
and
get the smells.
Gets time out to get her back out of the game. That's just special.
And yeah, those kids appreciate it, and I'm sure that mom and dad in the stands appreciate it, and they'll be talking about a gesture like that maybe for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that might seal the deal for them being boosters for life too.
Couldn't hurt. 13 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter now. Eagles with a chance to finish that one off how you want it to, but now only 5 seconds as the Hornets refuse to go away quietly. Swing it in, and that one does not fall before the end of the game, and the Hornets come out victorious here from Skyline High School, 50-22. But stick around, we'll have Kevin Bryant with our key player of the game coming right up.
Hey folks, I hope you like what you're watching, and if you do, hit that little like button and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at A2CTN Sports. And Nick, we're back here on the court. You can see Miss Ream here is signing her name on the key for the second time, and we had a discussion walking over here. What happened about those shots in the second half?
They just weren't quite falling, but my teammates like Kate and Hadley both hit some big threes, so it made it up.
Yeah, well, I tell you, in the first half, why you're the key player of the game. You hit some big three-pointers there, finished with 10 points.
Yes, that was huge, and the start, like my teammates set great screens, they looked up in transition. Like, none of this would have happened if our team wasn't as smart and as good as we are.
Well, you're a great teammate for giving all the kudos to your teammates, but congratulations on being our key player of the game for the second time. Nick, we'll send it back to you to end out our winter telecast? I think so.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you, Kira, down there. And thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching this one, thumbs upping, hopefully on YouTube. As you can see, score tonight is Saline 50, Skyline Eagles 22 from the Eagles Nest. Thank you, everybody, for an awesome, awesome winter season. And we'll see you on CTN Sports Game of the Week, Spring Edition, pretty soon.
You know, else they keep on the top shelf besides the goals?
What's that, man?
The peanut butter.